my dear Capricorn. This is a love reading, a prediction for Aquarius season, January 20 to February 18, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. The first reading I did was for the birthday sign Aquarius, and I'm reading the other signs in order of most appreciated videos from the previous love reading published for your season, Capricorn. You can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel if you're curious when the other readings are going to come up. I also want to take this chance to wish you all a happy new year. I wish you a plentiful and blessed 2020. And this will be a love reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising sign and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. If you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Capricorn season that is up, or the near personal readings and pick a card readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon and you will get to the first page. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. So when I open your deck here, I see you, Capricorn, and the Judgment Day. So in this situation, it seems like you are very firm. Whatever situation you are in, you are not going to let you be losing your footing or let people affect you that much. You are very determined on whatever it is that needs to be done, and you are not going to fold from that road. So it seems like you think that this is the very best thing to do. There's no other way to deal with this situation, and it seems like the divine is agreeing with you. So I call the divine with love and light, and here we have Three of Swords with this King here of Pentacles. So it seems like whatever you are forced to do or this decision you need to make is kind of breaking your heart. It seems like this impossible decision, but you are so determined. So I think you have already made up your mind. So you're going to do it even if it breaks your heart. So it might be, for example, that you need to sacrifice something that is not really working, and you're using your logic in this situation. So there's logic over heart that is ruling. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we can see the King of Coins together with Death, and both are in the reversed. So I'm feeling that there's a situation that have been going on for a very long time, that you have been trying to work through or transform in different ways, but for now it feels like you are beating a dead horse and you don't want to do that. So it feels like you will make some kind of big sacrifice. So I call the six elements, and we have Four of Wands here together with the King of Pentacles. So you do want healthy relationships, or you want this relationship on your mind to be healthy. That's the only thing you want. The 13 Death is 1 plus 3 is 4. So it's connected to the Four of Wands, which is also connected to the Emperor. So if it was up to you, you know how to fix the relationship. But since it's not up to you, you can't control other people. It seems like you will give a person an ultimatum, or just, decide after your own head and go down that road, no matter the sacrifice. Because it's something that you're a little bit fed up with, and you have battled this in your mind back and forth, and now you're sure. You're sure that this is the only way forward, and it's going to kind of make you rather courageous. We have the High Priestess here. It's going to make you rather courageous because you kind of have an aura of self-respect at this moment. So You won't care for how other people will react or treat you, because you have this certain dignity about you right now that you can't cave from this. This is the High Priestess number 2. She's connected to the judgment and also to justice. So it seems like you have gone over this over and over in your head, and you have come forward kind of with a verdict and something that you think is best for everyone. Sometimes it's like this. For example, you love someone that doesn't love you back. Then maybe the best way is to, let that person go and live the happy life that they can have without you. So it seems like you are the bigger person in this situation, and that you're looking at the situation from an above position, kind of together with the divine. So you have probably followed some signs and direction to come forward to this decision of yours. Or if you haven't reached a decision just yet and you feel very confused, I will say to you, in the season of Aquarius, Capricorn won't be confused anymore. Okay, so you will find your decision. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds to you and the situation for you in Aquarius season. Okay, so my dear Capricorn, this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a 9 of Cups in the reversed. So it seems like from the outside, many people will see you as acting selfish in this situation, but I don't think you're really selfish. You're looking out for yourself, but you are more determined than selfish. So people will find you like you don't need them or you don't need other people, but it's not that. You want the best relationships, but you're going to sacrifice the part of this relationship or the certain relationship that doesn't work. And the old bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords. So with the 6 of Swords here, I think you have tried to find a solution to this situation in a logical way. Like you have tried to find, or with even with union between head and heart. So you have wanted to do the best thing for your heart and for your mind. And you have really tried to find solutions. But here it seems like the solution you wanted is not there for you. So you need to see what's there, like what's really there, and make the decision from reality instead of from the dream that you can fix it. And I think this is the realization you will make. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, or the people most on your mind. And this is the situation itself. And this is what's on their mind about you, or this person, or these people. And this is your feelings for them, the common energy or the bond between you two, their feelings for you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And this is the outcome. And this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation here. And we have a 6 of Cups. So it might be that you have had a fresh start in a relationship or a reconciliation where you hoped that things would be so much better now. But I think something was making you disappointed, but not to the brink that you feel yourself to be a victim. It's rather that you feel, again, I'm feeling this, I want to be the bigger person. So if this person can't live up to my expectations, maybe it's better to let them go. But here I'm seeing like a reconciliation, that the situation, I think both parties in this situation wants a reconciliation, but due to your differences, it might be very hard to get to where you both want to go. If one person thinks that with the reconciliation you should go that way, for example, in a romantic situation, it could be like, let us just live, let's be together as long as it's fun. We go that way. And for the other person, this with the fun might feel like casual, and they rather want to go down the road of having a commitment, for example. And then both people wants the reconciliation, but they have different ideas of what that should be. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And we have a Page of Swords. So you feel like they are a little bit juvenile and they might be a little bit selfish, and it's very hard for you to reach them. It's very hard for you to, speak in a logical way and make them understand. It's like they can't understand logic, or they can't understand you, or they don't want to understand you. So it feels almost like for you, it feels like you have a teenager on your hand, like a person that just wants to rebel against you, doesn't want to go down the sane road, but just wants this what they want, and that their mind are so set on it that they are you feel like they are not 100% loyal, or that they are not sacrificing themselves enough for the relationship, that they are rather like arguing with you unnecessarily just to win a fight, or just to get their will through. And this is what's on their mind. And we have a 7 of coins here. So it seems like they are waiting for you. It seems like they're waiting for you to understand them. They are waiting for you to have an epiphany so that you could see things their way. So they don't seem particularly stubborn. They actually seem a little bit they seem that they have had a lot of patience with you. And it might also be for some of you that they feel like you have had a lot of patience with them, and they might even know that they are acting very juvenile. And I think many of you I'm reading for here, they are actually trying your patience. This is how they make themselves safe, by testing you and being impossible, and doing everything the opposite way, the wrong way, not showing loyalty, not showing support towards you, and testing you to the edge of your patience, so that they will see if you truly love them. And this will of course make you feel like they don't truly love you. It will make you feel like you are the only one trying in this relationship and the only one making an effort. But it's a little bit juvenile with this. It's like they are waiting. They are trying your patience and seeing how much you really care for them. But in the meantime, they are sacrificing the relationship itself. Because if you tear down, the only thing you will have is a pile of gravel. So this is the common energies between you, and it's the Sun in the reverse. So it's definitely like it's a hidden agenda going on in this relationship. It doesn't mean that the other person knows that they might be trying this thing with you, or trying to manipulate you in this way. They don't have to be aware. The Sun in the reverse shows that there's a lack of awareness, and sometimes there's also lies or things being hidden, but I think it's hidden for both parties. So it's like a person just acting in a way that might be self-destructive and destructive for the situation, but they don't really know about it. And that is what I feel that you mean when you say that they are not logic, because they are not. They are kind of acting from their shadow, or from their very cloudy judgment here. So I think in this situation, it's very likely that you're dealing with a person that's projecting some old stuff upon you. Like maybe they couldn't trust their other partner, previous partners. Maybe they had trust issues from childhood, things like this. And they are taking it out on you, and therefore being self-destructive. And we have both the Page of Swords and the Sun card. Usually they're standing for truth. Page of Swords, sometimes they're comfortable truth that everyone else wants to sweep underneath the carpet. But for you, this is very unpleasant that the truth isn't out, because you want things to be logic and sane. And in this situation, it's not, because I think your partner, can be the other way around. Also, if you're a cross-watcher, the people I read for is usually the people that makes a lot of spiritual changes, and they work a lot with personal growth. So if your partner is a Capricorn that doesn't work with their personal growth, they might as well be on this side. But as I say in the beginning, you need to use your own intuition to determine who is who in this reading for you. Okay, so this is your feelings for them, and it's the Fool in the reversed. So it's like you're on the brink of snapping. You have been probably acting very reliable in this situation, but you don't want to do that anymore because you feel that they are unreliable. You have both the Page of Swords here when you're thinking about them in the reversed, and the Fool, how you're feeling about them. So you feel that they are, you can't trust them. They can do whatever. They can do crazy stuff. They can do random illogic stuff that is not good for them. It's not good for you. It's not good for the relationship. So you feel like the situation is a little bit insane. And this is their feelings towards you. And we have the Hermit in the reversed. So their feelings towards you. It's a typical runner, I would say, with this person, that they are self-destructive and they are trying to run from love or from building something serious with you, or, you know, building for the future. They just run, they just hide, they try to take cover. They are trying to avoid love, avoid relationships, avoid speaking about stuff that's troublesome, and they're kind of pulling the strings a little bit from the like subconscious, because it's like they are screwing up subconsciously, and so that you will save the situation, and so they are running away and kind of waiting for their parents to come after and say that they're sorry. So it's like the little boy or the little girl that destroyed something in the house, and then they know that the mother and father gets really angry with them, and the child runs away. And the child wants to know that it is unconditional loved, so it wants the parents to come after and say that they're sorry. Even if it was maybe the child that did something stupid, they still want to feel this unconditional love. So I think you have this kind of self-destructive person on your hands. It doesn't have to be a lover, it can be a sibling, even a parent, cousin, friend, co-worker, whatever situation you're in. But you're dealing with a person that wants to act self-destructive and see if there is unconditional love there for them, that they can screw up and still be loved. And that is very hard on a person to be a subject of that kind of behavior, because you don't get any love. It's like the person is requiring you to be the parent in this situation. I'm not saying that they're wrong. Like there's something in their inner child that makes them need to be loved like this. But there's no real solution if the person can't be aware of that they are doing this. If you could go to therapy and talk this through, and they could see, okay, I'm acting self-destructive to be unconditionally loved, and a good therapist could say that, can you see that you get a lot of love in different situations, like without being self-destructive, and the person could work on this issue. But here it seems very like unaware, like the person is very unaware, and you might know that they are acting like this, but you don't know why. But they're acting like this to be like over and over proven that they are worthy of love no matter what they do. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, and we can see that you're carrying a lot of responsibilities, like you're carrying this whole relationship. And with the 10 of Wands, it's a lot of stress on you, and I think this is what's going to lead to the decision that you will give some kind of ultimatum or require things to, you know, be talked over and dragged out to the light, or even you might give up on the situation because it's too much a burden on you. And this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you, and we have a 3 of Swords. So it's very obvious that this person is very traumatized, and they are acting in the wrong way to get love, and in the same time they are very desperate to get this love. So it's very counterproductive, very hurtful for them, very hurtful for you, but it comes from the survival skill that they have learned. Maybe the only time their parents showed love towards them were after they have had a quarrel. So they are starting quarrels again and again to feel this little inkling of love, like when you're finally getting together and talking things through, having these reconciliations, they feel loved. So they might do a lot of stupid things to get these reconciliation over and over again. So the relationship might be very much in and out. But it's because they have this trauma. So their behaviors and attitudes is that of a very, like a wounded animal or like a wounded child. So they really need help, but I think they might need like professional help, someone that could really like know what they have been going through and help them to change their survival skill from self-destructive to something that would be more positive. And you seem responsible enough. Maybe you could help them with this, but it's very hard for the person inside to make this person to see the truth. They will just think that they will just battle you, is what I'm feeling. So it kind of needs a voice from the outside telling them, hey, this is what's going on. This is why you are acting like this. You're hurting. We need to heal you. I can help you. And I see you want to do that, but it's very hard. This person can be everything from, child molester to a person that just acting a little bit rebellious. So it's a big scale on what their self-destructive behavior is. So it can be really hard to live with a person that's being like this, because there's no telling what they will do. And this is the outcome. And we have the Two of Wands, which refers to the Judgment Day number 20 and the High Priestess number 2. So is to no longer be codependent in this situation and so burdened. You actually need to address the issue head on and tell the person exactly what you see. It doesn't have to, cause big changes immediately, but every time you see the person doing a certain thing, for example, let's say that they made you a promise and they are not following through on that, and it's a pattern that they have. You can tell them that I just saw your pattern reappearing today because I have 10 different situations here where you have not followed through on important promises, and I see that this is something that you repeatedly do, and I think that this is a self-destructive behavior from your side to kind of sabotage things between us. I don't know exactly why you are doing this, but I want you to be aware that you are doing this, and whenever you are ready to speak about it, we can talk about it and see where this behavior is coming from and what it is that you're trying to achieve with it, because I don't think you want to destroy our relationship, and I want to make it work. So I'm here and I will listen to you when you are ready to talk. But also having very firm boundaries that since you didn't follow through on your promise, this is what's going to happen. So I'm not going to do this other thing for you that I promised, because it would be beneath me and it would hurt me if I did something for you when you didn't do the thing you promised to me. And this is the consequence, and it's not revenge. It's just, consequence for your behavior, that I don't trust you to support me, and therefore I can't also support you. So you need to be very adult and sane in this situation. And if the situation turns, too much insane, you need to do something about it. Okay. So I'm going to take a card from Energy Oracle card for you. And we have envy. So I think this is another side to this person, that they might have had a certain position in their family where they were very envious on other people. Maybe they felt like someone else got more of the attention, or maybe they were very controlling on having the attention. So they might have caused a lot of drama to get a lot of attention. So this might be a pattern too, that they are constantly, it's very important for them to have like all eyes on them. So they're acting destructive to get, you know, if you can't get loved, you want to be respected. And if you can't be respected, you want to be feared, or at least, you know, be a trouble to other people so that they will notice you. So I'll read this card for you. Envy. Lack and dissatisfaction. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and a platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already. But she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction, and that energy shows in her dress. This card upright is telling you to let go of the jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now is the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not to you. Notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. If this card is near the appreciation card, it's not. Now is the time to move from a consciousness of lack to one of value. With this shift, all things change. So we can see from this person's behavior that there's a shortage because they, even if you show them that you're trustworthy, they need to more of your like trustworthiness. So they are challenging you to make you feel like they are self-destructive, to challenge you so that you will prove even in the toughest of times that you love them despite whatever they are doing. So they can't really get enough of your love, but they are craving it in a very self-destructive way. So of course this person needs to learn to love themselves, and you don't have to be envious of anyone. If you want something that someone else have and you feel envious, it's just a sign that I want that too, so I'm going to work to get it. It's nothing more than that. It doesn't mean that you are without. It just means that that person has worked to get that thing. And you need to, if you want that, you need to do that too. And it's not like life is truly unfair. It's more what you're allowing yourself to have. If you think you're not worthy, universe will say, your wish is my command. Since you are the ruler, you are not worthy of this and you won't have it. So we can all benefit from working a little bit on that. So this is from you. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So I think in this situation, become more of a teacher. More of a parent. Like when you are looking at the situation and behaving in the situation. Become more as a teacher. Because you're dealing with someone that's very juvenile. So you need to take the leadership role and act very undramatic and very firm in this situation, and just, you know, it needs a lot of repetition for this person to change their ways. So you need to be having firm boundaries, but also be able to have a lot of patience and repeat the same thing over and over again. It's not sufficient for you to say one time that I noticed that you have been not following through on your promises. You might have to say 1,000 times before it's, the person will really hear it. So this is for them. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, because this person is really living in the past from some imagined injustice that they have been forced to live through, and they are seeing the world through this over and over again. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And since they suspect that people doesn't love them enough, they create a lot of this in their life, a lot of proof, among else, through their destructive behavior. And this is some extra card that fell out. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So I think it's about taking charge. You're not a victim in this situation. You're more a teacher. And if you don't wish to be a teacher, you know, just get the hell out of there. Okay? You're not a victim. You decide what you want in this situation. If you want to stay in work or if you want to distance yourself. Okay, my dear Capricorn, I hope this helped. If you need more help, you can go to my first channel page and look at the near personal readings, the pick a card readings, and the love readings similar to this that's up for Capricorn season. I also want to wish you, welcome you back to new near personal readings, new pick a card readings that I will perform during January, and also this kind of reading that I will perform in the end of January for the Pisces season. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.